All right, I want to go now to Paul Morrow, an attorney and retired inspector for the New York Police Department. Paul, thanks for joining us and pitching in on our breaking news coverage here. We all watched this together, and it was fascinating to, look at Bryan Kohberger and see how he was reacting and responding. And he really didn't respond, didn't show any emotion at all. He was staring at the judge, staring at the prosecution as they laid out really their closing arguments, the case in and of itself. You've been watching this case for a long time, and we know very little about him. What we do know is that he was a PhD student in criminology. He knew a lot about crime, and he made a lot of mistakes in this case that caught up to him. What do you think happened here? Do you think the defense saw what was going to happen in this trial that was coming up and basically felt they had no other chance of saving this guy, and they needed to just save his life?
Well, certainly that seems to be the case from the defense perspective, and we don't know how long the deal was on the table and who initially proffered it, but it certainly does not feel like a coincidence that after the defense lost the last of their Hail Mary motions, they had a few others. They tried an alibi motion at one point. The judge slapped it down because there was absolutely no support for it. There was that was the thing about the stargazing and all that. And then recently they tried to introduce the idea that there were 4 other possible perpetrators, and they wanted to bring those in as part of counter narrative. And the judge wasn't having it because there was just absolutely not a scintilla of evidence for that. And so they were really out of place. And so if you're sitting where the defense is, at that point, you've tried everything. You really have nothing to lose. And it almost feels like the deal had been sitting there, sort of dormant. And then once they lost that, they came forward and said, OK, is that deal still live? We'll take it.
You know, it was thought that a problem for the prosecution was going to be the way that they matched Kohberger's DNA to what was on the knife sheath by going through the trash at his parents' place in Pennsylvania, finding DNA from the father that William Thompson, the prosecutor there, detailed for us. Do you think that could have been a hiccup for the prosecution at trial? And do you think that's one of the reasons why they may have decided to accept this plea deal?
I actually don't, relative to the DNA in Pennsylvania that you're talking about, John, because generally the rule is nationwide in every state and even federally that if you leave garbage at the curb, it's abandoned and it's fair game. You only have to get a search warrant in situations where it's inside a house, et cetera. Where you might, though, but your antennae are firing off accurately, because where you might have had trouble is the initial scrub of the DNA that they did. Once they got the touch DNA off the hasp of the knife sheath, they sent it in to the various commercial companies that store DNA profiles from people who have used those commercial companies. And my understanding, according to the reporting, is that it was the FBI that took charge of that, and they sent it in as a client and not as law enforcement, because they know the companies that do this stuff, they're problematic for law enforcement because they understand it hurts their business model. So that has been a theory all along here, that was something that was going to be challenged at trial. But I got to say, again, they tried those motions and they lost. And it's been pretty much established by case law that methodology works. So I do think there's a vulnerability someplace in the prosecution's case. I got to say, I do think that there was a concern beyond just you never know what a jury is going to do. But at the end of the day, he's in prison for life, and it's a done deal, and it's a certainty, and there's that.
That process that you were describing there, Paul, is called genetic genealogy, where they don't have a direct match, so they take a familial match, and that's how they discover who the perpetrator was.
Yeah. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.